pilgrims massed on St. Peter's Square. The pontiff hailed the nuns' work with the destitute of Calcutta as a beacon for mankind and a testimony of God's compassion for the poor, an issue that has become the cornerstone of his own tenure as Pope. And for more on this, we can cross now to our guest. Amicie Pelissie is the head of media group CathoVoice. Hello, thank you very much for being with us on France 24. Could you perhaps start by taking us through the process that has culminated in this canonisation?
Yes, of course. So canonisation is the fourth step of a long process, which basically starts with a popular demand from people who've known the saint being canonized and who basically go to the bishop of their diocese to say this person was really holy and we ask for an investigation to be open. And that's when the bishop opens the investigation. That's the second step. And then he has all sorts of experts investigating into the life of that person. And as a result, the conclusions of these investigations are sent to the Vatican. That's the third step, where a commission, which is called the Congregation for the Cause of the Saints, will re-examine all the results of these reports. And here we're talking about over 35,000 pages of results. And then they give their own decision. And in the end, the Pope takes the final decision. And in that case, declares the person can be called holy. And that's what Pope Francis did today with Mother Teresa.
Now, Mother Teresa obviously is forever linked to Calcutta. Is India likely to remain the place where St. Teresa will have the largest following?
That's a very good question. I think, of course, her figure has had a huge impact in India. It's where the mother house, as they call it, is. That's where she gave one of the most beautiful examples of human charity by rescuing literally people from the streets. That's where sisters carry on her legacy by caring for the poor in Calcutta. But I think her legacy is also spiritual. And in that sense, you should never forget that you have over 500 houses of the Missionary of Charities scattered over, I think, 120 countries throughout the world. And then in more spiritual terms, her legacy resonates with believers, I think, Catholics and non-Catholics alike, by, for example, struggling to find God in ordinary life. I think that's something which resonates with everybody in India and elsewhere.
And for the faithful, is the fact that Pope Francis was the one to see this process through an added source of joy?
I think so, very much. Pope Francis is, of course, well known for his call to charity, calling us all to be ever more looking towards the poor, towards those who need us the most. He's always constantly calling for us to go to the peripheries, both material poverty, both in terms of material poverty and also existential poverties. And it's no coincidence that the canonization of Mother Teresa happened today as one of the key moments of what we call the Year of Mercy, this special year called by Pope Francis for the Catholic Church to reflect on what is mercy, the mercy of God, our own sense of mercy towards our neighbors. And Mother Teresa, she's the ultimate dispensator of God's generosity. That's what Pope Francis called her today during his homily.
Amicie Pelissie, thank you very much for having spoken to us.
Thank you.